Do you want to know the 3 most common reasons why most child care providers do not succeed in an in-home child care business? Well, stick around and I'm going to go through them. The 3 most common reasons why a lot of in-home child care providers do not succeed in their business: they lack a clear policy, they lack support from their spouse and or their children, and they lack the proper education and experience for children of all ages. By the end of this video, you will have more knowledge on what you need to do to be strong in those areas so that you can succeed in your child care business. This one touches home for me because I have a master's in human resource management, and the biggest thing that I always tell people, what will make and break you, your policies. If you do not have clear policies set forth, you are going to go crazy. Make sure you watch my video on why it's important to have a policy handbook and my video on the 5 reasons why you should have a policy handbook. Real quick, let me touch on a few of those reasons. When you have a policy handbook, parents will know what to expect from you. So whatever your heart desires, put in your policy handbook. Make sure that you at least have the minimum requirements set by your state and the state of Texas inside your minimum standards handbook. They will let you know what they want minimum in your policy handbook. When you look at the policy handbook video that I created, I will actually upload my policy handbook and it's going to blow your mind. I promise you, because I put everything in there. I put the late pickups and what will happen if you pick up your child late. For example, you need to outline what time you close. I close at 5:30. At 5:31, you are late. Sometimes a parent, when I first started off, they would tell me a whole bunch of different stories, and I get it. Things happen. But part of enrolling with me is you have to have 2 or 3 backup people who, if something comes up, they will pick your child up and they will pick your child up on time. If you do not stick to your policies, people are going to test those boundaries. Policies to me are your boundaries, and you need to protect your boundaries. A lot of reasons when you don't have that and people walking you, that can affect your family. That can affect your spouse and your children. And they could be like, hey, you know what? You said you were going to do this home child care thing. You said you were going to close at 5:30. Kids are still here late. No, at 5:31, you owe me $40 for being late. And I will only allow you to be late twice. After twice, I don't care how much I love you and your family. You guys have been amazing. However, you do not respect my boundaries. You do not respect my policies. Therefore, I have to let you go. And I wish you the best of luck. Now, if you are a child care provider and you're like, well, it took me forever to get that child, honey, you have to trust that God will send you someone who's going to respect your policies. Because remember, we have to respect policies at Walmart. And when we go to Nike and we go to these restaurants, we have to respect their policies, right? Why can't people respect you? You're a business, right? So people are going to treat you how you allow them to treat you. You have to have clear policies. For me, big thing is tuition. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't get my tuition on time. For me, you have to pay prior to the week coming up. The last day to pay is Thursday. If you don't pay on Thursday, you have Friday. But Friday, you will have a $40 late fee tagged onto your tuition. If you do not pay by Friday, you lose your spot. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Make sure you check out my video that talks about I want my money now. The reasons why I tell parents I want it by Thursday, because I need to know. Sometimes you might have a parent that may not want to come back after Friday. So I make sure to outline, you need to pay tuition by Thursday. I only take cash or money order. Checks bounce. I get it. Not everybody knows how to budget their checkbook. But again, it's due Thursday. You have all day Thursday to pay. Friday, if you don't pay and pay the late fee, your child will lose their spot. Do not bring them back on Monday. Some people will watch children first, then get paid. You are swimming in dangerous shark-infested waters because unfortunately, there are people out there that will take advantage of you. So you have to stand strong, stand firm, but be professional. Don't be all, you need to pay me on Thursday or they not coming back. Or, if you're a Susie, you can't be timid. You can be like, I really would like you to pay me. I can understand if you can't. No, I can't. I don't understand. Not at all, because you're an adult. You know how much tuition is. Your mortgage, your tuition for your child's daycare, your gas in your car. Like, these are very important things that you need to establish as an adult. We cannot teach you how to be adults. People expect us. They think that we're babysitters. They think that Oh, you'll understand? No. When you work and your boss doesn't pay you on Friday, let me know how that goes. Tell me how you feel. You're going to be upset, right? So I let parents know right off the bat, very professional. When I sit down and they do their enrollment with me, I go through the enrollment, and at the very end of the enrollment, it says, I have had an opportunity to ask any questions in regards to the policies. By signing this, I understand and agree to every single line in the policies. And then I will sit down and say, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions about when I close? Do you have any questions about when tuition is due? And if they say no and I sign, if there ever is a problem, which is rare for me, if there's ever a problem, I'm able to put it back on them and say, it's not me. The fact that you can't pay tuition this week, that is not on me. I have a family. I'm a single mom of 4, okay? I have to feed my family. I have to care for my family. And if you can't adhere to these policies, I understand, but I have to move in another family who is looking for childcare that I provide. Amazing childcare I provide. And you be very professional. I love you guys. I'm going to miss you guys. If you need help finding other care, let me know. I can send you the link for the state so that you can get proper care from a registered or a licensed childcare facility. But, unfortunately, I'll have to recommend that you find alternative care. Policies, lack of policies. Parents don't know what to expect, and you need to know what to expect from parents. If a parent says, I want this, right there in your policy, right there at the beginning, you can let them know if you can do that or not. So when you don't have clear policies, that will bleed into your family. Sometimes it bleeds into your family, and then you lose the support of your spouse. You lose the support of your children. Make sure you check out my video that explains how to sit down and negotiate with your spouse and your children so they can be on board with you opening your in-home childcare. A lot of the complaints that come from a spouse or children is that you didn't stick to your part of the deal in regards to the daycare. If you sat down and you outlined to your spouse, okay, babe, we're going to close at 5:30 no matter what, and then you have a bunch of kids pushing 6 o'clock, you have crossed a boundary within your family. If you are talking to your children and you say, okay, they won't play with your toys, keep your toys in the room, but you start taking your kids' toys out, like there's so many different things that will cause your family to want to not support you. I always recommend every month, sit down with your spouse, sit down with your children, outline your expectations and hear them out, because even though it's your business, they are some silent partners because they are invested their home, they are investing their time, they're investing their space. You want to continue to reward them. My children know we are going to the movies. As long as something's out, we're going to the movies every week. We're going to do something every week. I can afford to do that because I am taking up their space, their home, for my business. So it's our business. So we go to the movies, and we don't go to regular movies. Girl, in Texas, they got these movies theaters that have like these big recliners, and they sit back, and so we take our blankets and we have a good time. We go see Avengers and Captain Marvel. Shout out to all the Marvel fans. Yes, DC fans. I'm such a big Marvel fan, so I like watching all those with my children, and when I get lost, they kind of catch me up. But again, your spouse and your children, it's really important. And then ladies, oh my God, let me talk to my spiritual ladies. Submission and all that stuff. You have got to submit yourself to God. You've got to submit yourself to the man of God. And so it's really important that you keep prayer over your husband, okay? Slap some of that anointing oil before he gets home. Girl, get some of that anointing oil. Put some of that anointing oil on your body. Put it on his pillow. Pray. In the name of Jesus, he's going to be in a good mood. Another week, a wonderful, amazing week. Because remember, the enemy will come in and try to divide your family, and will try to use your daycare business as a reason why he's upset and so many other things. So you make sure that that is your first priority. That is your first ministry. Your home child care, that's second, third, fourth, fifth, somewhere down the line. But your husband, you got to love on him. Make sure he gets some good meals. Make sure you love on him. Don't just neglect him. You're tired. And if you're going to sit down and talk about what you need as a buffer before getting back into being a mom and a wife. If you are just now getting into the home child care business and you don't have a lot of experience or education, that is going to be another reason that you're going to fail as a home child care provider. You having children of your own is one thing, but you have got to take classes on a consistent basis. You have got to go to conferences. You've got to interact with children, because children of different cultural backgrounds, children of different ages, they think differently, okay? So how you discipline your children, how you see things, you're going to have to broaden your mind. You're going to have to slow down. You're going to have to be patient. And if you don't have that experience and or education, you're going to be so lost. You're going to be so lost. You're going to be overwhelmed, okay? So please, this is very, very important. Understand children. It's not about, you're not sitting there and watching kids. You are pouring into them. You are helping them to be strong socially, emotionally, physically, some spiritually. And you're helping them to know how to be individuals so that they can be strong and they can have the understanding of how to be who they are when they start school. Little Johnny, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be mad. Talk to me. Tell me what's making you upset. Tell me what's making you mad. Tell Miss Sarafia. You are? Okay. Well, how do you want to express that where it's not going to hurt your friends? Because we don't use our hands to hurt. We use our hands to love, right? We use our hands to share our toys. So what made you want to hit your friend? Well, can you talk to your friend about it? Because maybe your friend didn't know you wanted that car. Like, you have to have patience with children of all ages. And if you don't have that education or experience, it's going to cause you to be burnt out. It's going to cause you to want to quit. And I don't want that for you. So remember the 3 most common reasons why child care providers in home child care settings fail: lack of policies, lack of support by the children and the spouse, and lack of education and experience. Question of the day: which one of these topics hit close to you? Which one do you think that you need to gain more knowledge in, tweak a little bit, make it a little bit better in order for you to be successful? And you want to make sure you visit this every month. You know what I'm saying? You have to continue to grow. You have to be constantly watching videos, watching things, going to conferences, going anywhere that's going to help build you, to give you more knowledge so that you can sustain your business, because really it is an amazing business. It's rewarding. You're pouring into children and they're going to go out and they're never going to forget you. Like I always say, I want you guys to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, I want you to be learning from this video. Good information. Make sure you share it with people in your Facebook groups, your family, your friends, anyone who is interested in starting a home child care business. Maybe they're in a child care business or they have children, because a lot of things on this channel has to do with children. It doesn't always have to be in regards to a business. I will see you guys next time.